Okay, thanks for coming in today. Today's speech is on the wolf reintroduction. What a bad idea it was and how it ruined the big game herds in the state of Idaho. Kind of start with the history of the wolf reintroduction. Wolves were introduced into Idaho's Frank Church Wilderness in Yellowstone in 1995 and 1996. It started with 35 wolves in Idaho and 31 wolves in Yellowstone National Park. Today's wolf population has far outgrown the early estimates of where it would be at this point. Idaho elk herds have decreased dramatically since the start of the wolf reintroduction program. During the speech, we'll show evidence of that, and you'll see how far down the elk population is compared to where it was at in 1995. Wolf hunting is starting to manage the population of the wolf in the state of Idaho. And of course, in Yellowstone National Park, they're not allowed to be hunted because that's the national park. Wolves were reintroduced in 1995 and 1996. Earlier, or before the wolves were introduced, it was a highly controversial topic. A lot of sportsmen and a lot of cattlemen throughout the state of Idaho opposed the wolf reintroduction program for two reasons: loss of big game and also loss of domestic cattle or domestic livestock. Last year, statistics from ProLiberty.com confirmed the original fears have been validated, with 90 cattle killed, 147 sheep, 7 dogs, 2 horses, and 2 domestic buffalo in the state of Idaho alone. And that was just in 1 year, in 2009. Or excuse me, 2010. The state of Idaho and Wyoming opposed it, also because of the loss of big game herds. Also, with the loss of big game herds, you're losing revenue from the sale of licenses. Alone, in 2009, we had a loss of $5.9 million in revenue in the state of Idaho from out-of-state licenses. And when the sportsmen were interviewed why they did not select a license in the state of Idaho, most of them pointed to the fact that the decrease in elk herds caused by the wolf in the state of Idaho was the main reason why they chose not to hunt in the state of Idaho. In fact, 2010 alone, 59% less tags were sold to out-of-state hunters than what was sold in 1995. And that's as a percentage, overall percentage. Every year since wolf reintroduction, the wolf population has increased. Currently right now it sits at 746. Remember, it started with 35 in 1995. And that was in the state of Idaho. So 746 alone in the state of Idaho. In 2009, it reached an all-time high of 856. Since that time, in 2009, we have allowed hunters to harvest some of the wolf in Idaho. What's happened since the hunt has begun is last year we had 200 wolves killed in the state of Idaho by hunters. We had 96 killed by other means, whether it was natural causes, possibly getting hit by a car, killed by other big game animals such as bear, grizzly bear, or even elk. Sometimes will actually kill a wolf. But 296 alone was killed last year. And so you can see in 2009, if we had 856, and now we have 746, we still killed 296. It's still a growing population that we need to continue to manage. Each year, an adult wolf can be responsible for 16 to 24 hoofed animal deaths. So each wolf is responsible, whether it's a pup or an adult, for 16 to 24 on average wolf or hoofed animal deaths. Wolves do not kill just for food. They will sometimes kill for the thrill. Once they get in a pack, they will kill numerous animals just for the thrill. They will not just stop at one to feed the herd or to feed the pack. A lot of times they will wait till the mother is birthing an animal, and they'll actually kill the calf. They'll actually kill the mother. And then also times that the wolves will eat the wool, the carcass or the animal they're killing. It's not actually dead, which causes extreme pain and suffering for the animal. It can take hours for that animal to die. And that's normally how they start eating their prey, is when it's still alive. Statistics released by the Idaho Fish and Game show the dramatic decline in the number of elk herds within the state of Idaho. In 1995, in the Sawtooth Zone, which is in central Idaho, real close to the original spot that they released the wolf, there was 1,295 elk harvested. In 2009, 331 elk were harvested in the same area. That's a decrease of 75%. In the salmon zone, which is also really close to where the original area that they were released, 1995 we had 1,197 elk harvested, and 2009 561 elk. That's a decrease of 53.2%. Another problem that the wolf are causing on the elk is loss of weight. Scott Krill, who is an ecology professor at Montana State University, provided the following statistics about elk in the Yellowstone area. In 1995, 19,000 elk were in the Yellowstone area. In 2008, 6,300. That's a decrease of 75%. Pretty amazing the amount the elk herds have decreased since the wolf population has increased. Professor Krill also credits the loss of weight due to the elk, or due to wolves on the elk population, and it's a change in the diet. With the wolf in the area, they have to stay in the timber, where there's a lot less nutritious grass and feed to choose from, where before they could eat out grassy meadows. So it's an average of 25% per elk. The elk weigh less. Wolf hunting is starting to have an effect on the wolf population. Like I stated, we had 296 deaths last year. 200 of those was caused by hunting. So that is starting to have a positive impact on the amount of wolf that we have in our area. And then just in closing, keep in mind that the wolves are responsible for 75% decline in the elk herds in the state of Idaho. It has really ruined the overall population, ruined the hunting experience for many of the hunters, and ruined or a loss of revenue for the state of Idaho. And also, with the loss of revenue, we have to take the decreased amount of money and actually fund managing the wolf now. So you're even having less money to go towards the elk population. So please support me in opposing the wolf in the state of Idaho. It has ruined our big game hunting experience, and thank you for your support.